Hello everyone, this is U2 Media. This is the U2 station from DJ Tech Pro, a all-in-one mixing station for USB hard drive. U2 station is a dual deck player with two USB ports and two jog wheels that will allow you to cue, mix, pitch, scratch, and even add effects like filter and echo to your music. It has multiple AV inputs, a master input, also a USB master input, and mic and monitor jacks on the front of the station. So there are many connectivity options on this that makes it perfect for any use, whether it's DJing or home audio control. It's actually very easy to learn and a great station for the mid $200 range. So I'm going to be go ahead and show you a full explanation and demo of all the buttons and controls on this. It's a bit long, so that's why I've saved it for the end of the video, and I'll also do a basic demo of using it. So let's go ahead and plug this in. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and give a quick demonstration of the basic features on the U2 station. So let's go ahead and turn it on. Power switch is on the back. So there's one USB input on each side of the station to connect a USB drive or a hard drive up to 250 gigabytes in size to play your music. So I'm going to go ahead and stick in this pen drive. Now once you stick it in, it almost instantly reads and brings up all the files on your drive. You can see it displays the song here. Go through the songs on your source through this folder button, folder by twisting the knob, or track by track with the track knob. So I switch it, so it now says Red Hot Chili Peppers, Simple Beat, The Fray. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it on Simple Beat. You can also change what it displays by pressing the actual knob down by artist, genre, file name, title name. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it on file name. Now up here is the single and continuous button. You can press this and it now says single, so it's going to play one track, your song, and then it's done until you manually continue another song. Or press it again, it's now on continuous, so it continuously plays all the tracks on your system or on your source. So, and then also the time button shows time elapsed. Press it again, you can switch it to show the time that remains. Up here is the source select. See how it lights up A? That's because this is USB A, this is USB B. So you can switch the sources if you don't want to have to manually switch the USB sticks. If you have two plugged in and you want to play something off of this but control it over here, switch source to B and it'll then control and play music from this one. So I'm going to keep it on A because this is where my USB drive is obviously plugged in. Now this is the source select button. This is to choose the source that your music is coming from. There's an input 1 and USB 1 over here, input 2 and USB 2, because each station has one USB input and one AV cables input. You can see the AV cables back here. So if I switched it to the left, it would go, my source would be the AV cables, which is attached to my iPod or whatever other device you have it attached to. So I'm going to keep it on U1 because that's what I'm doing is USB 1. So let's go ahead and play the music. You can see once it's loaded, the play button flashes. And the music is already immediately playing. Now this is the master volume control for the left station. This is the master volume control for the right station. Now you can see the volume level indicators here, and you can see it gets in the red. You want to keep it out of the red to prevent distortion on your music, so you can do that by adjusting the gain knobs up here. So I'm going to turn down the gain knob, and you can still turn up the music, and you can see it's far away from being red. It's now in the green, so you're good to go. This is the crossfader, so you can fade the music. Now if you have it all the way to the right, this is the crossfader curve. Turn it all the way to the right, it's going to be a quick cut. So if you have music playing on simultaneously on both stations, you can fade to one to the other, or keep it in the middle, and you'll be playing it from both. But I only have one playing right now, so watch. See how it instantly cuts off? Now if I do it all the way to the left, it's going to slowly fade. It slowly fades. So this would be perfect if you want to slowly fade the music over here, or keep it in the middle. And then, so again, the crossfade curve all the way to the left or right for quick cuts or smooth fades. Now here's the pitch range selector. There's 8, 16%, and 4%. You press this button to switch between them. This is the pitch range slider. To do this, you would hit this and it illuminates. I don't know if you can see that. You turn the pitch on or off, and then we can go ahead and change the pitch. See, it changes the pitch, so I'm going to turn that off. Over here is the search button. You can use this as a fast forward, so if I hit that, see it fast forwards, or you can rewind, do the opposite, hold it down. Now of course we have two jog wheels, so watch what happens when I change the jog wheel. It speeds it up, and then you notice the tempo changes, the whole pitch completely changes. Same with when I rewind it. So to prevent that, this is what the tempo lock button is for. You hit the tempo lock so you can increase or decrease the speed of your song without changing the tempo. Watch. See, it's fast forwarding it, but it's not changing the tempo like it was before. I turn the tempo lock off, and now it changes the tempo. So this comes in really handy to prevent tempo from being changed when you want to change the speed of the song. Down here you also have the pitch bend to manually increase the bend, or I mean the pitch. Once you hold it down, but as soon as you let go, it goes back to the regular pitch, so you can manually decrease or increase it, and once you let go, it switches back. BPM to manually tap the BPM of your music. That's what this button is for. Now down here you have the cue button, so if you want to re-loop on a cue, we can go ahead and click like in. It's going to pick that cue there, then we hit the re-loop. And it'll keep going back to that. If you want to select a cue in and a cue out, we can go like this. And then let's say we want it to end right here. And you notice it's just going to keep re-looping. It's going to keep re-looping. It hits 0. So it keeps doing that until you hit out again. So this comes in really handy if you want to pick a cue and just keep going back to it, and then you can just select. It really lets you customize it to do a cue in and out and select your exact source, and you can edit it too. And of course, one of the best features of this is the effects. We have the filter, flanger, and echo. So let's try out the filter. This is one of my favorites. And it'll keep doing that until you let go. You can also adjust the effect of the filter. So you can see it increasing. Now if you want to decrease or increase this music while the filter effect is on without adjusting the filter effect, you would hit this so it turns it off. And so it's still on filter, but you're now no longer adjusting the filter, you're just adjusting the music itself. Let's go ahead and turn that off. And then there's the flanger. So that's the flanger. And there's also the echo. Hear the echo. And we can adjust that too. Then you can also manually keep it and adjust. So let's say I go to filter and I want to keep it. You hold down the FX button to adjust and then spin it to where you want. Let go, and it's now going to keep it there. So once you let go, it won't change back. So I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. There's also the vinyl button if you want to scratch. So there's lots of customization as far as the effects and being able to change them how you want, whether you want it to be temporarily or keep it. Now another really important part of this is the channel equalizers. This allows you to increase or decrease the highs, mids, and lows of your music. So to decrease it, you put it all the way to the left. To increase it, we're going to put it all the way to the right. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. This is the low, which is essentially bass. So listen. So it's really strong bass there. I'm going to turn that down. Then you have the mids, the highs. So you can also turn them off completely by pressing the knob down. The light lights up. So I essentially have turned off the bass. There is no bass now. We can do the opposite, turn off the high, so there's only going to be bass. And then there's also the mid in between. So this comes in really handy to adjust that. Let me put it back here. We can turn off the high, and again we're back in mid. So the channel equalizers really come in handy to increase, decrease the highs, lows, mids, as far as the bass, and then in between.